is so important. It was important to me, and it was important to others as well. Because that children talk about facing fear, I had just faced a tremendous fear of mine, and I realized that at the end of the day, you just need to look fear in the face. Because what happens is, the more you stay away from facing your fears, the damage that is done is incredible. A lot of damage is being done to you. And I realized that fear was the greatest thief that we had in this nation. It was keeping so many people of potential away from their dreams. Locked down, caged, they're scared to take the next step. And when they eventually do, what they realize is that there was nothing actually waiting for you. You just had to get bold and go after it.
Welcome to another edition of the Shirlma Show. With us today is Budi Norbert. Budi Norbert is the CEO of Next Digital Ventures, and he is the director of Budi Motivate. And I am your host, Munjah Shirley. You're welcome on the Shirlma Show, Budi.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Seriously, we are really glad you're here. Budi, let's start with the creation of your company, right? I actually read that your company is an upcoming technology company that is out to add value, right? But between you and I, we know that at the end of the day, you have to make money. So which one actually comes first? Is it the fact that you want to add value, or the intention is all about making money?
I'll be honest with you. The truth is, if you think it's about making money, you never make money at the end of the day. So I think making money is about creating value. You know, when you give someone value, they intend to give something of value as well, which may be now what you call money, they say. So what we do at Next Digital Ventures, we find a way to make life better for people. We do this using information. You know, in life, information, they say, is power. And bringing it closer to human beings is making them more powerful. And with the advent of the mobile phone, everyone has a mobile phone, smartphones, and whatsoever. So we take information and make available for you on your mobile phone. We do this using the networks, MTN, Orange. So they are called value-added services. So you see, even the word value is from our business, so we cannot play around it. So actually, adding value to people's lives.
So you as a CEO, it's easier for you to understand that, okay, you're out to add value before the money aspect, right? How do you get your employees to align with the same vision that you have?
Well, I don't really look at my employees like employees. I like to think they are my partners. They're my partners. We are family. Because the first thing I do is that I like to understand what their own vision is. Where are they going with their lives? Like, what they see themselves in 5-10 years? And what I do is I try to find common grounds between my vision and their vision. If my vision is growing and theirs is not growing, there is no general growth. When there is general growth and everyone is happy, the company should shoot a roof. So what I do is I usually sit down with my team. Every Monday we have motivational talks in the office where I try to empower them and make them better. If everyone on the ship is strong, that's a very powerful ship. If just the captain is strong, if he dies, everyone sinks. So what I do is that I talk to everybody, I try to empower them, make them better personal development, and at the end of the day, I make them understand that, look, do not work unto man, work unto God. Because everything that you do is an investment in your future. And so they come to work every day knowing that, look, I have to do this very well. If I am Budi, whatever Budi puts his hand on, no matter what kind of work am I doing, it needs to be done well. And that's how I get the best out of my team. Young guys and girls just like me, who all want to be the best that they can be.
So before you started Next Digital Ventures, you had this company called Diamonds Vision Intelligence Limited, right?
Correct.
So take me through the thought process of coming to the conclusion that, yeah, that's it. I have to shut this down and move ahead.
Yeah, basically I was having a thought this morning and I was telling a friend, I think life has stages. And these stages come with different metrics you have to put in place to make it better. And you know, Diamond Visions was more or less an end to, it means an end for me. Because back then I really wanted to get into entrepreneurship. So I was looking for something in the market. You know, they say if you want to do a business, find a hole in the market and you fill it. And so I realized that there are a lot of foreigners want to do business in Cameroon. And they had me want to give them directives as to maybe how to start a business, how you can handle your transition and the rest. And so I became that person. So that's how Diamond Visions came to life. But then again, after a year or two, I realized I had to move forward. You know, it's all about growth, and I had to find something else that could challenge me more. And so I kept my ears to the ground, and I have friends who are very informative, And they did let me know there was this party happening, organized by MTN. It was called the MTN Innovation Exchange. I wasn't invited, but I get crashed. I always want to meet people who can share knowledge. And I got to this party, and I got to talking, and I met people who were already in this field. And it kind of sparked my curiosity. I wanted to know more about it. So I got to consulting in that particular field for them. And in less than no time, I told myself, I think I can do this myself. And that's how I had to shut my doors, basically, because there had been conflict of interest. So I had to stop consulting for these people so I could do the same thing for myself.
So, any regrets so far?
I cannot really have regrets at any point in time because I believe that my life is a success story. So each part is in some cases a stepping stone to another. Sometimes you need to fall so that you can go higher. So I cannot really have any regrets per se. But Diamond Visions was more or less like some sort of test phase for me. I just quit my job and then I started a business. I needed to learn a lot of things. Learn how to manage employees, manage their expectations, learn how to work on my own discipline, to be a boss. These are things that you don't get taught in school. And so I cannot regret shutting down Diamond Visions. The people that I work with are still like family to me today. They reach out, they're always grateful, like, thank you, give me a chance to start something in life. So no regrets there whatsoever.
So but what has been the real implication on the stakeholders? Because shutting down the doors of one company means making like some employees redundant, right? So what have been some of the implications?
All right. Remember I told you employees are more or less family.
That's right.
So what I did was I was just shutting down one. It was more or less some sort of ceremony.
Okay.
Nothing really changed. We just shut down the business and then started in the same space where we were. And maybe if you're working for Diamond Visions now you're now working for Next Digital Ventures. So there was just that transition. Yeah.
So you said Diamond's Vision acted like a test phase, right? Which means from there the experience that you got from there, right, can really help you at the Next Digital Ventures. So can you share with us some of maybe the experiences now you have at Next Digital Ventures that you've handled better, that you can credit it to having shut down Diamond Visions?
All right. The truth is, I always tell a lot of entrepreneurs, what can bring you down is not your lack of knowledge about how to run a business. It's about how to run yourself. If a man cannot manage himself, he cannot manage people around him. And so the things that I really had to learn was how to manage myself well, so I could manage people around me. When you're an employee, when you're working for somebody, you just do the least you can to get through, so you get paid, and you don't get someone shouting or giving you stress. And a lot of people carry the same attitude into their business. And when you're not running your business, you're carrying the same laziness into it, and you find out it's going to crash. So I had to go to work on myself. Basically, what I did was that before quitting my job, I had to go to work on myself to become the best employee first in my company before I could leave. And whenever I counsel people one-on-one who want to quit the job to become an entrepreneur, I ask them one question: will your boss willingly let you go? And there are some people say, yes, he will let me go. I said, then that's the wrong answer. You've got it wrong. So I told them, no, look, you need to go back to work. You need to get back to work on yourself. I mean, if your boss is letting you go, that means you're not that valuable. And don't get it twisted. You're not just going to quit your job, start a business, and then automatically you become Superman or Superwoman. You need to go back to your job, be the best you can be, and now that's an investment into your future. And when you now go to become your own boss, it's going to play out. So it's the same thing I went through. I remember when I quit my job, I had this serious fight with my boss. He really didn't want to let me go. And I got into my own business, and in less than no time, a lot of people were asking, then I was just 23 years old, and a lot of people were asking me, why will you take such a bold step at this young age? My parents, they almost wanted to tell me it was so much for them to take in, But as time went on, they began to see the fruits. I had to work so hard. I had a crazy schedule. I wake up so early, go to bed so late, and it began to work on me as a person. Nowadays, no matter what I'm going through, no matter how tough it is, I always come out at the end victorious. And that's because I've built a very strong foundation. So the things I went through at Diamond Visions, especially with the employees, you had to just learn how to manage human beings. It was really, really tough. I had people that were working with me that were older than me. You have to understand that, okay, good, just because this person is an employee, and if they're older than you, give them some respect. If you're older than me, I wouldn't call you by your name, Elon. I'll call you Mr. Elon. Just the fact I'm calling you Mr. shows that my boss really respects me, and they want to do more for you. But a lot of young people just get carried away. I'm your boss. I'm going to call you what I want to call you, and they miss the relationship that I'm supposed to have with the employees. So this was one of the things that I learned. Then I learned it's okay to fail. Yeah, I learned it's okay to fail.
Wow.
And this is one of the greatest discoveries that I've made so far. I learned that failure is the last stage to success. I learned that I always talk about that failure is a bodyguard to success. You cannot get success without going through failure. You must have a conversation with him first. Tell him I want to meet with success, and they might handle you, but you're going to get where you want to get to. So every time I fail at something, I'm actually very happy because I know something good is about to happen. Yeah, because when I failed, because next Diamond Visions came to a point where it was almost about to crumble because I had so much stress managing everyone. And then luckily the next digital was just some kind of breakthrough that came in at the right point in time. That's because I kept my eyes open and I was just waiting for the next big thing because I know when I fail, something big is about to happen. So I think what I learned most from now Diamond Visions is, look, failure is part of the journey. You cannot go around it. Secondly, treasure your employees, treasure them, because if they are happy, business is happy. And I realized that let them just be. I really want my company to remain as small as possible for a long time because the fewer the people, it's easier to manage. When people come to visit, they tell me things like, why you let your employees dress this way? As someone wearing faded jeans, they shred everything. I'm like, no, that's not your problem. I want them to be comfortable. I just have 2 rules, if I may say. Do your work, respect time. Once you follow this, so I don't care what you're doing. We're young people. I like my job because I don't want to feel caged. I will not come and now have others put in cages as well. So these are some of the things I learned really when I was running Diamond Visions. How to manage people, how to be your own pillar.
That's impressive. So after the break, we'll still be here with Budi Norbert, and we'll look at facing fear and other aspects of Budi Motivate. If you're just joining us on Shirlma Show, we're here today with Budi Norbert. Budi Norbert is the CEO of Next Digital Ventures, and he's also the director of Budi Motivate. So Budi, tell me a little bit about Budi Motivate.
Yeah, Budi Motivate is some sort of, I consider it my alter ego. Okay. Yeah, because I always talk about that I am my very first client. Because they always ask me, who motivates you? You always do motivational talks. Who's your motivational speaker? I motivate myself. So actually, Budi Motivate, it came to life, that was in 2013. I was actually very, very depressed and sad. I was going through this very rough period. And I had a conversation with myself, and I realized that no one is coming to help me. Yeah, I
get that.
I cried and cried and cried, and I realized that no one is coming through. And so it dawned on me that you have to be your own hero. Yes, we watch movies, and when someone in distress, a superhero flies in and saves the day. This one happened to me, so I had to find my own way to save myself. And I told myself there has to be something better than what I'm going through right now. This is not all about life. There has to be something better. And if there's something better, I'm going to have to find it. So I had to go to work on myself. I started reading a lot of personal development books and watching a lot of motivational videos. And I realized that the problem was actually me. Yeah, I know. And this is something that a lot of people don't get to this point. They realize that now I'm the problem. And I always tell people, when you realize what the problem is, you're 50% towards finding a solution. And so I realized that was a problem. So I went to work on me, and I had to change a lot of things about myself. And instantly, my life became better. That's what was most interesting. Like, it didn't take 1 week, 1 month, 1 year. That moment, I said, okay, good, I'm going to change. My life became better. Like, my approach towards what I was doing things, the energy, the joy, it just began flowing, and it was overwhelming. And fast forward a year later, my life was better. I was making much more money. So I had to go to work on myself, and then I realized that a lot of things became better for me. And I was filled with this desire to teach others what I had learned. And I started talking to my peers, my friends, and guess what? No one was really paying attention because that it's not good of yesterday. So what I did was I'm going to start small. So I built up a plan of talking to students. So I started visiting school, and it was all under the canopy of the Budi Motivate Academy. And it was around the CE period. I would go to schools. I would go to Boya, I would go to Limbe, and Douala. I would talk to students, and I realized that it began to help them. And bit by bit, it took off like a wildfire. And before I knew it, I was getting calls from universities, I was getting calls from companies, I was getting calls from people who wanted to have a coach talk to them to help them get better. And fast forward, I think Budi Motivational Academy is about 6 years old today. We've done so much. I cannot even start to imagine like the lives we've touched, the people we've helped. It's amazing. I've spoken to about 2,000 people, about say 40 schools, and it keeps on growing. And it just started up from Facebook. Yeah, I remember the very first post I put on Facebook, like, you can be better if you just try. Budi Motivate. And if you go to my WhatsApp and check the introductory messages, it says I am Budi Norbert, international best-selling writer, motivational speaker, and business guru. I put out in 2013, and I had none of those things at that time. So it's been there up till date, and I'm getting closer and closer to things that I wrote. I know as human beings will have it. I had some backlash. People was like, "You're sure no, you have nothing. Take that down from your status. You're just an employee in the company." So I'm like, someday. So you see, I've benefited a lot from the academy as well. So my goal is to train others to talk to people, because I realize a lot of people need help.
So, but talking about Budi Motivate, right? You have Budi Motivate now, and you have Next Digital Ventures, right?
Sure.
So how do you navigate in between the two without having to kind of compromise the time or that you need on another, or compromise the success of one of these organizations?
The truth is, one cannot live without the other.
Okay.
Yeah. Budi Motivate is my energy source. Yeah. It's like you're trying to iron a shirt and you take off the socket from the plug or whatever. It goes off. So Budi Motivate is some sort of my plug where I recharge myself. What people don't get is that the more I speak to people, the more I motivate, the more powerful I become. Yeah, it's some sort of charging my power bank. So when I get back now to work at Next Digital Ventures, I'm charged. And I'll do things at another level, and my energy is way high. So it helps me get better. I always tell people, if you want to be rich, just help as many people as you can. When Apple sells their products, they don't tell you, we are selling you the Apple pod, which can. They tell you, we are helping you with a pod that can, so the more people you help, the more you're going to make money.
So in one of your chill and talk sessions, right, on the Budi Motivate, you targeted facing fear. Okay, so why do you think that topic is so important in a Cameroon context?
Yeah, it's so important. It was important to me, and it was important to others as well. Because that children talk about facing fear, I had just faced a tremendous fear of mine, and I realized that at the end of the day, you just need to look fear in the face. Because what happens is, the more you stay away from facing your fears, the damage that is done is incredible. A lot of damage is being done to you. And I realized that fear was the greatest thief that we had in this nation. It was keeping so many people of potential away from their dreams. Locked down, caged, they're scared to take the next step. And when they eventually do, what they realize is that there was nothing actually waiting for you. You just had to get bold and go after it. And so when I did the children talk, that was about fear, that was in Yaoundé. We had because I always ask for 30 participants. Because the way it works is, everyone comes in with their fears. I don't want to know who you are. You write down anonymous on a piece of paper what you're facing, and we put it into a basket, and I put it in the basket of hope, and we get to shake it around, and someone picks and will read. And trust me, the things that people go through, the fears that they go through on a daily basis, it can practically break your heart. I mean, I had people reading things like, hey, every day I feel like I'm going to die. I'm worried about my health. I'm worried about the woman that loved me not actually love me, and I'm going to be getting married to her. So you see, people spend their daily lives in agony, this fear, this pain. And so I have to do the best I can to give them solutions. And I always tell other motivational speakers, look, we cannot give what we don't have. So most of the things that I talk about, things that I've gone through myself. So I faced my fears, and I was able to help others do the same as well by giving them techniques. And I understand that to face your fear is some kind of it's a journey, some kind of muscle that you train. Don't get up one day and you go to the gym, and after 24 hours you get all pumped up. No, you go there on a daily basis and you work out, and one day you're taking a walk and someone tells you, hey, you're muscular. Like, oh really? I didn't notice. Yeah. So it's the same thing with facing your fears. Instead of bit by bit, you take the little ones.
So can you totally eliminate this fear? Because I have this tendency that, okay, for instance, I have great projects that I actually want to undertake, right? But fear always holds me back. And I wish I had the ability to eliminate it. Can my dream ever come true?
Of course, your dream can come true. I also have fears as well. Guess what? They don't go away.
Okay.
Yeah, you just linger around, looking for an opportunity to strike. And so what you need to do, you need to build a watertight environment around yourself so that they cannot get through. When you work on your muscle, okay, I'll give you an example. I always give examples when I'm giving my talks because they seem very practical. Okay. It's like some guy, like a young man who's afraid to talk to girls because he's shy, he's afraid what's going to happen. So I tell them, look, write a list of those that you feel will be most receptive to you. And you start bit by bit. And the more you're witnessing success, you grow much more courageous and you can face the bigger ones. So I think if you handle a big project, if it fails, what's the worst that could happen? You learn, right?
That's right.
And you start all over. And this time around, you're going to do way better than the first time.
That's right.
So it's all about facing them constantly. So you get to a point where you're kind of fear-proof. They are still going to be there, but they don't affect the way you think. They don't affect the way you reason. You just acknowledge them. Hey, fear, you're around. Okay, good. I'm getting to work. They're part of your life, but they don't stop you from doing what you want to do. I have so many fears.
Tell us one of them.
I think my greatest fear. The greatest fear may be that not providing a good life for my family and my kids. So to handle that fear, I go to work every day. Yeah, no matter what is happening, no matter how tired I am, no matter how busy I am, I cannot let that happen. So you see, I kind of convert the fear into motivation. I don't let it stop me, but I let it push me so I can get to doing more.
So, Budi, you've actually been selected among the 100 personalities inspiring Cameroon, and you're also among the 50 most influential young Cameroonians. What does this really mean to you?
What it means to me is that people are watching. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what it means. Because sometimes when you're doing your thing, you feel like no one is taking notes, and you might get discouraged. But having people recognize you in such grandeur, it tells you that you're on the right path. You just need to keep on going. So at the same time, don't keep your focus on that. It's not the reason why you're doing what you're doing. Some sort of just a pat on the back. Okay. So you need to keep your focus as well.
So how do you think your most loyal employee would describe Budi Norbert?
The most loyal, I think I've heard that already.
Okay.
Yeah, I think someone describes me, but I had someone else tell me what the person said, and it was just 2 words, or was it 3? Very stubborn and smart.
Okay. And what about your most disloyal?
So that person will tell you, probably I'm just a young man who thinks he has arrived.
I get that.
or something like that. I'm just trying to paraphrase.
And who is Budi Norbert?
Well, Budi Norbert is just a young man trying to see how far he can go in life. Yeah, because I believe in life, you can go as far as you can. You're just willing to try. That's what I always tell people. Like, if you're just willing to try, you can go as far as you can. But now we don't know the limits, and you can only go as far as you can see. So the question is, what can you see? And that's why you need to spend time visualizing. Like, you need to see beyond what's just in front of you. You need to see things that don't exist yet, and then pray them into existence, and then work into it. So, I mean, there's no limit for me because I can see myself in places that don't yet exist.
I like this quote. Whoever renders service to many puts himself in line for greatness, great wealth, great return, great satisfaction, great reputation, and great joy. Courage, Budi Norbert. The Shirlma Show crew and host wish you greatness in everything that you do. And we're so pleased to have you today on the Shirlma Show.
I had a very nice time here, and thank you for having me. I'm really, really grateful.
Thank you, Budi.
Thank you, sir.
So on the Shirlma Show today with us was Budi Norbert. Budi Norbert is the CEO of Next Digital Ventures, and he is the director of Budi Motivates. Budi Norbert makes headlines with his quotes on Facebook, and you can meet Budi on...
Oh, you can get me on Facebook at Budi Norbert Mboa. You can also get me on Twitter at Budi Norbert Mboa as well. Instagram at Budi Motivates.
Okay.
Well, that's it.
Thank you so much for watching. We are always pleased you're there. I've been your host, Munjah Shirley.